Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the London Monarchs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. On first down, Jacob Eason. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Caught by number 10. Touchdown.
A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Geis on the counter. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's going to be caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Monarchs 7, Colts 6.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Here's the option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here's Eason off the play fake. Going down the middle, it's complete. And the ball comes loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go play action with Eason. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run on first down. Copeland. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Eason. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off-play action. Eason. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. It's a throw. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't wasn't there, lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On first down, this is Geis. He's to the 10, and all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Geis, they'll try to run it, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
18 on the play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body.
Wilson gets hit and the ball pass free. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing is Eason. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quarterback sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Monarchs 24, Colts 9.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy. Now look at this. Big game. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That's complete to John Ross. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Eason. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 40-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This is Geis. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Back at midfield.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown. Big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
From the gun is Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
8 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. This is the tight end fan. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end fan. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big play there. 36 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Eason eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
And it's up and good.
Monarchs 31, Colts 19. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to find his running back, Ice. And loose football. The Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On first down, Copeland. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On first down, Jacob Eason. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. For 25 yards that time. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got it bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And he gets this this one to midfield before he's brought down. That catch, I believe, will put him right at 200 yards for the game. Indeed, it does. 200 yards. He's been incredible. A toss right to Geis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Eason. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down, here's Eason. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. The kicker here is complete.
Snyder's pass.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw. Throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He'll look to throw. They still can't get it. He may try and run for this. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Eason. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
A loss of 3.
Operating from the gun, Eason, and that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tonight's final score.